For any Americans, this is what you're missing out on by not living in Canada.
Hey, what's up guys, Mergaman4 here, back with another video after something like a little over a month after not posting anything. And I didn't die, obviously, here I am, but I've been extremely busy, which is why I haven't been able to film, edit, or post any videos to YouTube. And so, here I am, I'm back. I hope to get back to the schedule soon enough, within the next couple days. And I plan on posting a video once every 1 or 2 days, with a couple of exceptions when I'm gone for the week or something, because it is now summer holidays. But I have been really busy because I had to finish up with school stuff. I had summatives and exams and stuff. And so my last exam was 2 weeks ago today. And then I was on June the 13th. I left very early in the morning on a trip out to Western Canada, and I just got back yesterday after 11 days. So I flew out there with a group from my school, our chorus, our choir, and so we went out to Calgary, to the mountains, and we drove all the way back. So that's mainly what this vlog is going to be about, but I also wanted to give an explanation as to why I hadn't really been uploading videos, but I will be getting back into the habit. Don't worry, they're not gone. So, yeah, it was a really, really cool trip. Last year I posted a video about Washington, D.C., and that was last year's chorus trip with my school. And I have to say, while I really, really enjoyed last year's trip, I enjoyed this one even more. It was fantastic, and the Rocky Mountains are incredible. Words cannot describe them. I have mostly pictures, so it's going to be more slideshow style than anything else, kind of like my Florida vlog a few months ago at the beginning of 2015. But yeah, so there's not going to be too much video, but we got to see some really neat stuff while we were there. So we drove to Toronto, and from Toronto we flew out to Calgary, which is about a 4-hour flight. And I haven't been on a plane in 4 years, and so I had forgotten how really, really cool it is to be in an airplane. And so I took a fair amount of pictures. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I took a video of us taking off and landing and going through like the clouds and stuff. It was really, really cool. So we were in Calgary for 2-3 days. So we landed on the Saturday. We visited Banff in the Rocky Mountains, and then Monday we went to Lake Louise and Lake Agnes, and they were just gorgeous. It was incredible. Words cannot describe it. And pictures just don't capture how incredible the mountains are. It's amazing. If you ever get a chance to visit the Rocky Mountains, do it. They're just so beautiful and so majestic. And something that was really cool while we were there, I was like, you know, wouldn't it be cool if we saw an avalanche in this distance? We're a fair way away from the snow on the mountains across the lake. And of course, there aren't any hiking trails there because it's dangerous. Then, not a few minutes later, unfortunately I didn't capture it on video, which I'm very sad about, but a few minutes later, sitting on a bench, we had just finished hiking a 3.7 kilometer trail, about 2,000 feet in elevation, up to Lake Agnes, and so there are some photos of that there. But now a couple minutes later, after I said that, I hear this rumbling sound. It sounded like thunder, and across the lake, see a whole bunch of snow falling down off the mountains, and it was really, really cool to see. So about an hour-ish later, we were still in the mountains. We went up on a gondola ride to the top of one of the mountains, so I have that on video. And then after that, we headed to Turner Valley, and the mountains were still a fair way off, but we could still see them. And then we entered the prairies. And the transition from mountains to prairies is just incredible, because it's all rocky and everywhere and really big, and then suddenly it's flat. And you're just like, whoa, what happened? I can see so far because it's all flat, and it's really cool. But although it can get quite boring after hours of driving and just seeing flatness. But our first stop in the prairies was Regina in Saskatchewan. And so we stayed in Regina a few days. And then we traveled to Moose Mountain. But so then the next day we left and we went to Winnipeg. And so we got to visit a museum there about human rights, I think. The Human Rights Museum in Winnipeg. And that was neat. Very cool architectural design, I have to say. And so we stayed in Winnipeg, and then we started our long drive home. So we drove to Thunder Bay, and so you're in prairies, and then suddenly you're in the Canadian Shield, and there's a whole bunch of rocks and trees and lakes and rivers, and that's about it. The trees are really clumped together. They are as close as they can get to each other. And it's a crazy transition. But after Thunder Bay, we went to Sault Ste. Marie, and then we came home. So it was a very neat trip. We got to go across a lot of Canada, so it was very cool. We were gone for 11 days, and it was a really cool experience. It's probably one of my favorite trips that I've taken in my life. It was really, really cool, and I really enjoyed it. So, that was my trip to Calgary and back home. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like and or subscribe is greatly appreciated. And Murderman4, over and out. I'll see you with some new videos soon.